How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you?
It's good. Another day. Here we are again, passing knowledge, the wisdom.
As always, man. It's always a pleasure to be with you.
You too, brother. You too. So, a lot of good feedback already from just people from around the world. It's great. We're getting some direct messages. You've read some of them already. Glad that we're already making some impact and helping our fellow brethren out there, women, men, even some of the youth out there that are trying to learn about what we do. Again, that's our whole thing, right? We want to share the wisdom. We want to give the wealth of knowledge, friendship, and win those inner battles that we have, right? So that's why we're doing this, guys. One of the topics that we got and something I wanted to cover, and as I know it's close to a lot of us is, there's a lot of people that are talking about, hey, I want to do this. I want to start, my own business. I want to start a new hobby. I want to travel. I want to go in and have a chance to go look for new work. I want to be able to say I want to be better. Some people wait until a New Year's event, right? Like you got New Year's coming up here pretty soon. And why wait? Why procrastinate? Why not start now? There's not a better time to start now, right? But, one of the things, I want to get you to kind of talk about is these people, and we were all in it before when we were younger or at some point in our lives, but, talk about the procrastinate, people that procrastinate, right? That are defining reasons because we are our own worst, people against what we're trying to do. We are going in and saying, hey, I can't do this today. Oh, I can't, I don't have the time. People could make the time, right? But talk about this, like the procrastination and impacts.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I'll give you a prime example this morning, right? My bed was extra cozy, extra warm, right? Alarm went off at 6 a.m. this morning and I just laid there for 20 minutes, right? Because it was just so cozy, right? It felt so safe, right? And I didn't have to be on a call until 7 o'clock. So I essentially just laid there for 20 more minutes than I probably should have, right? Because it felt safe and cozy. And I think if you have dates like January 1st in mind, right? You have something that's coming down. It's not immediately in your face, right? You can justify and rationalize mentally like, okay, well, I still have time. I feel like I'm going to take the easy route. I'm going to stay in my bed and stay safe, stay warm, stay cozy instead of actually pushing myself and being productive for an extra 20 minutes this morning, right? And, it's a small example, right? But it's something that we all encounter on a daily basis, right? Is deadlines and expectations for a certain time or place. It seems a lot further away than it probably is at times, right? And it's all just frame of mind, right? But if you're doing something that's easy, it requires little to no effort, right? And you have something that's coming, perhaps bringing stress or challenge or anything like that, maybe weeks or days down the road, something that's not present. You're just so inclined, we all are, to just stay safe, stay cozy, stay warm in our beds, right? But to your point, there's no reason to wait, right? We have to continually condition ourselves to act in the present moment, right? And I know scrolling, we all scroll so much these days. That is something that's impeding all of our progress, all of our effectiveness, right? Yeah. It's a common tale for all of us, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I would say, this is an interesting thing that, this may strike a nerve with some people that's listening, but we've done it. We've started businesses, we've sold, we've made good amount of financial windfalls. We've helped a lot of people along the way. We have our altruistic mission, but, you know, people make excuses. I could sit here right now, take my phone and scroll all day and just get distracted and sit here and like live through other people with their dreams that they're making happen. Where do you think they started? They were in the shoes of others where they were just sitting there, maybe not knowing what to do. Maybe they knew what to do, but they didn't know how to do it. But then they went in and started listening to people just like us. And some of them are trying to sell them something. We're not selling anyone anything on this, right? We're just giving people, advice. We're giving them, we want to give inspiration for them to do it. Get off your butt and go do it, right? Stop making excuses. And people can do that. Could be tired. Like you just said earlier, I love my cozy bed at night too in the morning. So I don't want to get out of my warm bed. I love that stuff, right? But a lot of people will go in and say, well, you know what? This is not a good day. Let me start tomorrow. Or it could be related to, let's say work. You know what? I'll create the plan tomorrow. Let me do this. I'll count on other people. Or if it's fitness, I could do January 1st. Why not? Let me go eat that extra 2 scoops of ice cream, creme brulee, or whatever it is, that sweet treat, our guilty pleasures. Or it could be, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna go try hard today because I have time. A lot of people misinterpret that. We don't have all the time in the world. Anytime, moment, it could be over, right? Stop
Absolutely.
making excuses, make it happen. And, you know, I think what resonated with me, what you meant was like the digital detox, right? Like there's got to be time people have to sit, and it's not just saying to do something or get something done. I'm also saying, well, you know, mentally, this is all mental. This is all challenging ourselves mentally. It's like, it's the discipline, building the callus to continue and be persistent. A lot of people don't have that. And the people that say, oh, I don't want to do it, you're telling me what to do. No one's telling you what to do, but you have to fail many, many times to then understand how that feels, but to have the perseverance to keep going forward. A lot of people don't. Some people quit right away. And those people that quit right away, I want them to know, like, keep going. Don't give up. Even if the people around you are telling you to quit, as long as you're not impacting, obviously, livelihood, feeding mouths or anything like that, keep going. Doesn't mean you stop, right? But, part of it is taking the phone and keep swiping, living through other people's dreams. It's fun. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. We get it. You guys are listening to us now, but we're not saying follow or chase our dreams. You chase your dreams. And we want to inspire you to understand, don't give up, and, what's your thoughts on this, right? Like, would you say the digital platforms, is something that's really impacting a lot of people more so today than they were before?
Yeah, no doubt. And I think that's, universal at this point. Absolutely. We're all affected. We're all distracted to some point, to some degree through this digital age, right? It's everywhere, right? I know you and I exchange texts on a daily basis, right? In terms of just what we find on Instagram, right? A funny video or an amusing anecdote or something like that, right? It's everywhere. That's not going to change, right? But you've got to condition yourself. You got to train yourself. It all comes back to mental, right? So even some people might find it more difficult than others, but if you're rationalizing putting it off now and justifying putting it off now, once you finally begin to do it, you're just going to justify and rationalize a reason to stop. You've got to condition yourself over time. And you don't have to do it alone too. You can find a mentor, you can find a personal trainer, you can find a friend, somebody who's in the trenches with you or who's done it before, to really reinforce the fact that, hey, you got to keep going, right? Yes, it's a win to go to the gym on January 1st, but March 15th, if you're still at the gym, that's a much, much greater win, isn't it? Because you've done it for 2.5 months, right? And I know there's a statistic, and you know the statistic, right? When you begin a gym membership, what percentage of people stop after 10 days, 2 weeks? Do you know that off the top of your head?
It's 90% plus, 90% plus, actually probably higher, 95%.
Yeah.
Because it excuses that you may it's not building the callus, the mental mindset, right?
Right. Right. And
And
there's
I
a
think,
reason why Planet Fitness sponsors New Year's Eve celebrations, right? You see it all over the place in Times Square, right? Because they know where the
right,
bread is buttered, right? They know how many memberships they're going to get, right? But yeah, it's not surprising that it's 90%. But you don't have to be part of that 90%. You can condition yourself. Start today. Start now, because it's going to be a lot easier if you start now. If you start now, what is it? It's December 9th right now. If you start right now, you've given yourself 10 extra days, 12 extra days to say, hey, I've done it already. So come January 1st, you're already going. You're already starting to condition yourself. And it takes weeks, sometimes months, to get in the behavior where it just comes natural, right? Like you and I will go to the gym on a regular basis, and it's just ingrained in our systems at this point. We don't even think about it. We don't find it that much of, I mean, we enjoy it, obviously, but we don't find it that much of a burden or that unusual because we've been doing it and conditioning ourselves for so long. It's just part of our behavior, part of our daily routine.
right. And the one thing you hit on, and I think a lot of people are saying, don't understand, is who can start now, right? You don't have to wait, guys. Start now. Have a target of how long you want to do it for, but don't wait. Yes, you could do holiday time, end of the year. There's a lot of good foods in different cultures, different families. I love to. We had a nice dinner last night. I had a great prime rib. Scallop potatoes made with manchego cheese. Had green beans, string beans with bacon, and oh my god, it was just great with all the stuff. But point is I got up this morning and worked out. Because it's discipline. I didn't want to. To your point earlier, I wanted to delay, but it's the discipline. It's building that callous. It's that mental challenge and that mental fitness. And trust me, guys, the first week, 2 weeks are going to be extremely different with anything, not just working out. When you're doing something, change management and work, right? People don't want to change routines, but think about this. You want to try to help yourself, again, you get a chance to do, get some fitness in there, just get up, walk, go in, walk around, even if you can't run and whatever challenges you have, get in. That equals some really healthy mental benefits, which equals to starting your day off to a better day and just getting things going, endorphins are going in your body. And honestly, it's like, think about this, you're feeling better. And it's a proven scientific fact, right? Now, for folks listening here to myself, I've heard this all again. You're right, you've heard it. But we're telling you, build the callus, the mental callus, because if you don't do it, you're going to come up with excuses. Oh, my foot hurts. Oh, my back hurts, or my neck hurts, or I'm feeling winded today. Well, guess why? Because you're saying the same thing you were saying a year ago, 2 years ago. You're making excuses. Unless you have some serious injury physically, you can't walk, forget running, walking, then you're making excuses. You're failing yourself. And think about this. How do you take care of others, for the folks that have family, or maybe you want to say, hey, I want to take care of myself. Take care of yourself first. You take care of yourself, that obviously overflows into your work balance. That goes into your personal life. Confidence builds, whether you know or not. And then I always tell people the indirect benefit, even though some of us are vain, some people listening are vain, you'll look by society standards, be in good shape as well, right? To me, it's about the health, and it's the mental health, like we've been talking about, physical health, and it just gets the energy up. But don't procrastinate, guys. Don't make excuses. And again, what about routines? What kind of routines would you tell people to build and get out of this, right? I mean, what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about morning routines for a good hour, right? And it starts with
It's like a workout.
it is it is a mental workout, right? Exactly, absolutely. I'm not a planner. I mean, there's always going to be things that come up, right? Something that cannot be controlled, right? Especially in work or daily life with family, right? Just things just come up. So you can have a set agenda in the morning. You can have your whole day. It's going to get changed at some point. Sometime at some point, you're going to deviate from that schedule, right? But to have the ability to write out the night before or the day before what you plan to accomplish. And it doesn't have to be things that are huge necessarily, just things. I usually start off with something that you can accomplish within less than 20 minutes, be it at work or something around the house, right, in the morning, because you just have that sense that, okay, it's the first part of my day. It's the first hour of my day, and I've already achieved something, right? That's a small win. And then you build off of that, right? Plan out your day the best you could. The night before is my recommendation. Set out what you want to accomplish. Don't make it too grandiose. Break it down into small things, small tasks, and then start with something small at the beginning of your day to accomplish. And that'll be the catalyst for the rest of your day. I promise you. You'll have a sense of achievement, be it how small, no matter how small it is, you'll have that sense of achievement and you'll build off of that for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
That's always something that's worked for me.
And I agree with that. I think the small rituals, to your point, write stuff down night before if you can. Do some of the small things, right, guys? Don't have like a grandiose plan, right? You could have a plan where everyone will always tell you like, hey, write on in your journal what you want to do. You want to be able to go, hey, this is where I want to be in 3 months. Perfect. 3-month plan is great, but you're going to have to get those micro days, right? Like, hey, this is what I want to do. One thing we haven't talked about either is eating. Eating is also a part of it, get away from the sweets, the junk food. Who doesn't love a good sweet candy, chocolate, could be gummy bear, whatever it is. But part of that too is also the challenge, right? And we'll get into that on another topic, but we're not here to go say what you can or can't eat. But if you want to accomplish something, you have to do something that's uncomfortable. You have to do something that you don't want to do. Giving up bad habits, giving up foods that you're not eating. I'm a big potato guy. I love carbs. I love French fries. You could cook potatoes any way you want. Olive oil, avocado, doesn't matter. Point is, it's a carb. Things are in moderation, but you have to plan for it, guys. And right now, this is the toughest time of the year, holiday. So I challenge you guys. We challenge you guys, to do this. I think I think in leaving our audience, just guys, jot it down, do a daily thing of where you want to get some quick wins, get a chance to also feel good. So the quick wins will help you feel like you've reached some goals. Start doing that, then expand, right? Just get off and start walking. Even if it's walking, it's not running. I guarantee you walking, even if you're doing a mile, the average person takes 12, 13 minutes to walk a mile. that's good. Get out there, get some air, right? And then slowly start a jog. It doesn't mean you have to go. Remember, when you go to the gym or you're doing these things outside, you're competing against yourself, no one else. Don't be a people watcher, right? Because then you're going to start getting discouraged. Well, it took people years, just like us, to do the things we're doing in the gym or the fitness, but just like pork, same thing, right? But I think our motto is, right, don't procrastinate, believe in yourself because we believe in you. We want to pass out the good vibes. And I think, for just this segment that we're talking about, don't quit. That's our message, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just one point to add to that too. It's been a good year for me on several fronts, as it has for you, but professionally, my workplace has really enforced and really championed taking calls while walking, and that's been a huge change in my daily routine too. To your point, it's incredibly important, no matter how trivial you may think it is, to get out for 15, 20 minutes, soak up the sun, soak up the fresh air. And if you can combine that with something that you have to do, say for work, or maybe you have to call a family member or something like that, combine the tasks, find ways to combine these tasks, and your day will be less daunting, especially if you write it out the day before and think, how am I ever going to accomplish all of this, right? Find ways to multitask, and you'll find yourself in a much better place mentally because you've accomplished two things in the span and time frame that you thought you expected to accomplish one, right? Yeah, any way you can do to maximize and optimize your time during the day is critical.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Feel much
To
more.
that point, you just mentioned that, and the folks listening, like I said, we're not selling anything. We're here to just give information that we want to inspire. We want to give you the wisdom, wisdom to overcome, again, wealth of knowledge and friendship, and winning those inner battles, such as what we're talking about now. There's going to be a lot during the holidays. Send us a message directly. We have our information in the details. Way to get a hold of us, an email, direct message. But as you guys know, like, again, we love you guys. We're here. Ask us anything. And, thank you again for listening. Please subscribe, share, and, we want your feedback, guys. So from us, have a great day. Keep going. Go attack it. Don't get it. We're here to inspire you. You're feeling down. Send us a message. We'll try to get to reply to everybody. So, all right,
See,
guys. Take care, guys.
see ya.